takes an indiscriminate amount of time, and then suddenly...
And we're good.
We're good! Hello! Welcome to FourPlay. We are four best friends who play games, shoot the shit, and tell some great stories along the way. If you're expecting something else, we're not sorry. Not even a little bit. But, not even a little teeny bit.
Coming off real aggressive here.
Well, you gotta say it with confidence. Yeah. All right.
Commit to the bit.
Yeah, commit to the bit. I'm Anna Ray. I am DMing our first campaign on this stream. We're doing Dungeons & Dragons. We're doing 5th edition, and we are playing Curse of Strahd. Welcome, everyone. That's enough about me, though. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves as we usually do.
I'm Michael Zarin. I play Lance the Goliath Barbarian, and welcome, everyone.
You should say your favorite moment from last session.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. What was everyone's favorite moment from last session? I'm like really excited to get into this session,
It's been
so
a
I'm
while.
like, ugh.
Let's go with the recap first.
The recap. Hello, I am Whitney. I play Chaos, Shadowfell, Sorceress of Wild Magic. Sorry, I was checking our
Sorceress
YouTube to make
Supreme.
Sure. Yes, exactly. Favorite moment from last session was definitely Chaos and Gunther aggressively elbowing each other on the roof when they were like, we're fucking right about this!
Biting him in the fucking throat!
And Lance being like, well, maybe she's just, and
Maybe
we're like,
she
yes!
doesn't get
Nutrients.
sun.
So,
No.
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I'm Sean. I play Gunther, the Air Genasi monk cleric. Favorite moment? Maybe looking for mirrors and finding fake mirrors. Really makes you...
I think it had... Were they fake? They weren't fake.
Decorative mirrars.
Sometimes
What's the difference?
Sometimes-
A mirror is a mirror!
Dude,
Sometimes-
we are 60 seconds in and you're already screaming. Are you
It
okay?
says decorative mirror.
If I ask, does that person show up like a vampire would in the fucking mirror? It's like they're decorative mirrors, so yeah. That may be a fucking clue.
There actually are certain types of mirrors that don't have the same backing,
There's a...
and so they don't reply or
That's it.
provide as like true of a reflection. I don't know if that's necessarily what she meant by saying decorative,
Okay.
but
It was open to interpretation and obviously it had consequences. So here we are.
as we do.
Woo! Alright.
I've been new.
Anything else of note? Anything else we want to say before we dive into our lovely session?
Let's do it.
Cool. Alright. So just recapping a little bit what happened last time in our last adventure in the mist.
We got fucked.
Yeah, that's
Again.
it. Alright, let's start the so,
Fucking got him.
so, he's glaring at me again. Yeah, I know. So you guys were rushed into the Blue Water Inn after killing Isaac Stronzi, the captain of the guard, after you guys had all encountered a bunch of banshees and creepy spider-human hybrid things in the street. And you guys were rushed in, healed up, and had to kind of decide where to go. Mm-hmm. Where would you be safe? Would you be safe? Are you now currently fugitives? And you talked a little bit, and into your conversation, there was a knock at the door, and you looked outside, Gunther, and a carriage had appeared with a letter that was shoved in through the slot, and you found it was from Lady Fiona Voctor, who was telling you that she was the only one who could keep you safe in a time such as this. And so you did take her up on it and decided you had voted between maybe going to the Vistani encampment outside of town to be safe or going to Lady Fiona Voctor, and you decided to do that instead. And so you guys went over there and you had a brief little conversation with her. You were very smart in not playing all of your cards just yet, though you did play quite a lot of them.
I was gonna say, Chaos goes, don't play all our cards, and Lance goes, here's the deck. We're here to kill Strahd, who you're okay with.
And you noticed that when you did mention your intentions, she was purposefully stoic, to which many of you incited that there was definitely onion-like layers behind that.
Layers.
And you did a little digging as she took you upstairs. She took you past a room where you heard incessant meowing. You, I believe, found it was very weird meowing. It did not seem correct for feline folk. And you went into your room and kind of had a a little group meeting and decided to do a little bit of investigation, you finding that there were some undead and a tiny fiend and other things within this house that had yet to be revealed to you, and you were sensing some magic as well from the room next to you. And this place is not as it seems, and you started to suspect some things about Lady Fiona Wachter that were proven true when guards and a battalion came to take you back to the Barrens, dead or alive. And they didn't really have much time because you guys snuck up on the roof to see what was going on, and Fiona confronted them, as she promised that she would, but in a way that you did expect at the very least. You did expect, and you found out that she was vampiric in nature. How far that will go, well, maybe we'll see in the future. But then this big battle ensued. You guys decided to jump down and join the fight, which the Baron's dogs joined in as well and became ginormous devil dog hellhounds that joined the fight as well. At some point, you guys pinned down Lady Fiona, and she was trapped, and realizing that maybe finishing the battle another day was her best option, she transformed into a cloud of gas and flew into the sky, leaving you guys with the aftermath of the battle, which, after a long and bloody battle, you did succeed with only one survivor, the knight captain. But you did end up leaving him and deciding to...
Yeah, we threw him in the carriage.
You threw him in the carriage,
Yeah,
that's right.
We wrote him a letter, and then we were going to try to drop him off at the church.
That's right.
Because we didn't really, fully realize that we didn't have to leave him in the rain.
Yeah, we had talked about leaving him in the rain, that's right, and then we brought him into the carriage, so he is on his way to the church with you. And as you got into the front of the carriage to go ahead and lead, you had a little moment. And that is where we left off. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah!
Dice gods, be kind,
That
please.
doesn't sound ready.
It's part of the game.
So we're now in the carriage, and we are moving down the street. You are moving sort of towards the center of town, that town square, and you have the choice at that to go left or right, this way leading, towards the church, this way leading more towards the stockyard.
So I believe what we had discussed was going towards the church to kind of scope out, see what's going on, and if it's too chaotic to continue past the church and head for the Vistani camp.
Okay.
But if it seemed like it was possible to stop in the church, we at least want to... At the very least, we want to drop Captain off at a place where someone will find him and he won't drown in the rain.
Perfect.
Okay.
So then you said left was toward the church?
Yeah, so, you don't notice too much in about the 10 minutes that it takes to get down, essentially, Lady Fiona's street, and get to this fork in the road. Does anyone do anything, say anything, before we hit this point?
Lance will turn to Gunther in the cart and just apologize to him and say, "Brother, I'm sorry things turned out this way. I didn't mean for this all to become so chaotic. I was trying to do the right thing." Is that the look he kind of...
Yeah.
We move on.
Okay. As you get to the road, you notice it more than any of you as
no
the
windows.
doors are shut and there are no windows. You first start to smell smoke.
Right, we had seen a decent amount of smoke, I believe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You start to smell smoke, and as you get closer, you then, at the entrance to the street that leads down to the town square, and to your right being the Blue Water Inn, and to your left being the rest of the pathway, that there is the flickering of some kind of light. It looks like fire coming from the town square, and you see people running, guards moving in towards the town square. You see the Mardikovs boarding up the inn as best they can, and you see ravens perched on their inn, and you see ravens as well every other house or so watching.
I'm gonna keep. So do we have to go through the town square to get to the church?
You do not. So right now you have a choice. You can go down towards the town square. You can continue past the inn towards the church, or you can go this way towards the stockyard. You know that the encampment is past the church.
I'm gonna keep going towards the church.
Keep going. All right. Perfect. So, you continue moving on, and you do get noticed. But remind me, did you cover your appearance in any way? You
So
put
I
on clothes,
changed clothes
right?
completely.
Yeah.
Into like plain clothes.
That's right.
And like earth tones, like maybe like browns, like a light tan, like really very like. It's a very staunch difference from how she normally appears, because typically her appearance is bold in such a way that you can spot her in a crowd. And this is very much more like average, like no one of note. Without the bold makeup, her features are actually surprisingly a lot softer than the normally heavily accented makeup that makes her look almost gaunt and sharp. Like, she still has a sharpness to her features, but she seems a lot less intimidating and a lot softer, and a lot more, like, a lot easier to blend into the crowd, like anybody else. So it's very different for her, but she's got like a little traveling cloak thing. It's nothing like too crazy, but she'll keep it up, and she left only some of the black makeup to kind of look like dirt if needed, to just kind of obscure more features, because she does still have blatantly purple eyes, but that's about it.
Perfect. Okay. You, because of the commotion, and because they are so focused on what is clearly going down in the town square at the moment, you are noticed, but not enough where you are pursued at this moment in time.
Right.
And so you are able to continue down this street, and considering you have a carriage, you can go a lot faster. And as you get closer to you pass the orphanage, it seems to be lights off, no activity, and you get closer and closer and closer and further away from this, and there's really not a lot happening. Every now and then you do see a battalion tromp by you, but you're successfully able to make it away.
I would say too, I remember specifying she put on a pair of pants because she wanted to make sure all of her moon tattoos were covered. Yeah, so if there's not really like any kind of commotion near the church, she'll pull the carriage to a stop, calmly dismount, and then like knock on the door and open it and be like, let's at least drop them off.
Okay. Yeah. We have our hoods.
Yeah, we all have cloaks. Yeah.
So we'll pull them out.
Okay. Lovely. Who's carrying him? How are you doing it?
Yeah, I can carry him. Just over the shoulder.
You carry him inside. You do see that there is light coming from the church. It is not wide open as it was before, but the doors seem to be perpetually open. So, let's head on inside, shall we?
Was there a space that we could like pull the cart out of the road, like on the side of the church? Or...
You know what? Yeah, there actually is.
Is there a parking lot?
It is not a parking lot in nature, but if you did want to pull it over there, you absolutely could.
Yeah, just kind of keep it out of the way, because I also don't... Clearly from her home and lack of holy iconography, I kind of doubt that the Wachter carriage would commonly be seen outside of the church, so... I'm gonna kind of...
Perfect. Okay. So you walk inside, and unless I'm remembering incorrectly, you two haven't been inside this church before.
We have not.
No, I don't think so.
You have. And so this is familiar to you, but the two of you walk inside, and the floor starts to transition into this very aged marble tiling, and the center of this floor, it's a little dimmer now considering it's nighttime, but you do see this emblazoned sun motif in these faded reds and golds. It's sort of a reception room, this very large and open, these rafters above reaching for the heavens, and you see some movement, and a raven or two pop their heads out from behind some beams, shake their wings, and if there was light out, there would be skylights that would be bringing light in here, but of course there isn't any longer. And against the walls, there are numerous column-lined arches, and there are 4 like little rooms that are curtained with these very heavy purple drapes. And they are kind of constructed clearly for some kind of privacy. And beyond, the biggest archway leading into a chapel, above which there is a phrase done in gold metalwork. And that's what you see.
Just gonna look around, see like anybody.
You don't, but what you do see is more light coming from the sanctuary.
Like, do we want to try to rest here, or should we just leave him and head for the Vistani camp as soon as possible?
That's a really good question.
That carriage is, if someone sees it, she clearly was not a churchgoer. At least not this one. So, we need to be safe.
Yeah. I'll let you guys make the decision on that one.
You hear a faint bit of crying coming from the sanctuary.
What's it sound like? Like, is it old? Is it young?
A younger person. It's hard to discern any kind of gender or anything like that.
Okay.
Does it sound like the boy I saw before?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
You hear a bit of a comforting older voice speaking as well.
She's gonna kind of brush past him and be like, what do you think? Just go.
Leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, set him on a pew.
Yeah. Put him on a pew, put him in the recovery position.
So right now,
Put a Bible under his hand.
now you're in like a reception hall, and the sanctuary, the actual chapel, is beyond. So you would be leaving him in the center of the floor. Do you do that?
Is there anywhere nice we could sit him?
They kind of
You
prop
can
him
put
up.
him in a prayer room, if you'd like to.
Just put him somewhere where someone can see him.
Yeah, I agree.
With
Okay, and where?
the
Somewhere-
nose sticking out.
Somewhere where he could be found. So if that's the middle of the room, it's the middle of the room.
All right.
Yeah.
Knock on the door, just let him know someone's here, and then we'll leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Write another note, slip it under the sanctuary door, be like, hey, someone needs help type thing, like in the reception, in your lobby.
So you knock on the door, and you hear a hello.
We just
Duck down.
Hello, and you hear some footsteps, but how fast are you going?
we're gonna leave.
No,
dashing.
And not like
I'm
booking it, but like quick enough to get out of the door. Like, I kind of imagine one of us hung at the door to like knock, and the other two were like waiting by the door to be
Yeah.
like, "Bing."
No.
Peace.
All right. As you leave the sanctuary, you do hear some footsteps behind you, and they two sets, and they run and they stop, seeing something, and you make it back to your carriage.
How easy would it be to? Is there one horse or two?
There are two.
How close is the church to one of the outer walls?
To the what, sorry?
One of the walls.
So it's actually very, very close. You could probably walk like 5 minutes to the wall. However, you do know that the
They're guarded though.
Vistani camp that you're going towards, like if there's a wall here and then there's a wall over there, you're coming out this way, it would be this way as opposed
Other
to
side
going
of
that
the
way. You'd
other
have
side
to
of the
walk.
wall. So we
Yeah,
have to go.
all the way to the woods.
So
we either leave this way, or we just go.
Exactly.
So
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys
what
did
time
that.
of day is it?
It's like 10 p.m.
Okay. So there's a couple things we should consider. We could take brother's idea, walk over the wall.
The tops of the walls are guarded.
Understood, right? and then we
They
walk.
don't have enough men to cover every inch of every place.
It's hard to say.
That's just not how guarding walls works.
I mean, I haven't been here before, like, not long term, so I have no idea.
Are you guys
But-
on the steps, by the way?
I think we pulled over to by where the carriage is to decide what to do.
We could do that and then walk around. It would just take a little bit longer, and since we won't have the horses, we risk running into creatures at night. We could take the horse to go through and then get to the Vistani camp faster, and that might reduce our chance of getting caught by creatures at night.
So my only thing about the bonus of keeping the carriage is that you guys can hide inside it.
Mm-hmm.
But they may or may not, because of what's going on, demand to see inside the carriage.
Right, we run into the issue either way, I think.
Right, because if we're on the
walking.
horses too, well, if we're on the horses, we at least can like maybe jump past them and get out. But we're gonna be more. You guys are gonna be more recognizable on the horses.
That's true.
So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of pro and con going on.
Are you saying this in character?
Yeah.
Probably would have worded it differently, but basic gist of the conversation.
So what do you guys think?
I think we have risks either way. So what's the least amount?
Given our condition right now, I feel like taking the horses is probably the best idea.
Just the horses, or the horses and the carriage?
Let's take the carriage unless we need to get rid of it, right? If we need to lose the carriage, then we lose the carriage.
How easy would it be to disconnect the horses?
Disconnect the. I mean, it's a very standard cart. It's a very standard carriage, so it wouldn't be hard.
It's probably connected by rope to something.
There's probably a bunch of ropes that connect to different harnesses and things, so I don't know.
Exactly.
Okay.
You
Got a
guys are
sword.
speaking, and you do hear more footsteps echoing, and some going down the staircase. And you hear someone calling out in Barovian, and Arena leans over to you and says, It's the priest. He's asking who left with this man.
Gotta go.
You hear him yelling again. He's saying, "Don't fear, you're safe."
Where have we heard that before?
I know. And he stops. And then you don't hear him any longer.
Oh, they got him.
He's dead!
Strahd media got him.
He's standing there quietly? Is that what you're saying? Like
So you're on the side of the building, so it's
Yeah.
hard to tell if he actually came in, but he has stopped calling out for you.
Can we see him?
No,
No,
so you're
she's
on the
saying-
side. He's kind of like on the front staircase, kind
I
of just
see.
calling out into the street.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Saying you're safe, it's okay.
Right. Okay.
I just don't know who to trust here anymore.
No, it's time to go. So then let's go.
Okay. Carriage or no?
Let's bring the carriage.
Okay.
You
Get a
guys start to see from down the street torchlight, and you hear a bit of tromping of metal and boots. So a larger party is approaching down the street.
Sure, we shouldn't just ditch the carriage and take the horses? Might be quicker.
Okay, let's do that then.
I'm gonna like,
Cut the lines.
All right.
cut the lines to a horse. I think
Okay.
we'll actually be able to move possibly in between buildings on the horses too, as opposed to with
Perhaps,
the carriage.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Can you, whoever, if you guys are all doing it, let's roll sleight of hands to
Sure.
get them on
And if-
down.
I feel like we can
Just cut 'em.
You just want to cut them?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and if the situation becomes dire, I can firebolt the connections as well. Just send them off.
Perfect.
Chip chop.
All right. You're chopping away. That party gets closer. They are probably about a minute or two away from getting to you. So it is dire time.
So I'll share a horse with Chaos.
Okay. Perfect. Then you're taking Arena.
Sure.
All right.
Forgot she was there. It's like, oh, horse by myself. Levitate.
It's just
With the horse.
It's just Wunderschnap too.
I levitate the horse.
You're Santa.
Yeah.
All right.
And then once we disconnect the horses, is there a way to like start going like down through buildings as opposed to going out in the street where the big battalion is?
You absolutely have that choice.
Go back around. Because I'm assuming that's the church.
Yeah, that's
big
the
red
church right there.
building. So we're on the side. We'll just go back around the back and then just loop
Back
around.
to the main run around. Okay.
Okay.
With me.
Perfect.
She's just gonna say like I was thinking, just be ready to run.
Alright. Cool.
Oh, we don't have to like gallop yet. Just trying to be quiet.
Okay,
and
so
then
you
fucking
guys
scream.
go behind the church. That is perfect because that party just approaches you as you guys hit the back of the church.
So they were around the back, not on the main road.
No. So they're like on the main road. You guys go behind the church and they narrowly miss you.
Man, we move as fast as a horse. We don't need these fucking horses. They only
I
move-
don't move that fast.
Yeah, one of us can carry you. They only move 40 feet a turn. What is this?
If they dash us 80.
Yeah, I dash. It's 80.
You hear some commotion.
Not carrying someone.
And can someone, can all of you actually, you guys roll a intelligence.
Intelligence saving throw. Get fucked.
8.
16.
Which is an 8.
Oh, it's right there. It's just 13.
13, 8, sorry, what was
16.
it? 16? Okay, you do recognize that voice, and that is Baron Vargas Velakovich.
We can just end it right here.
No.
We could.
No, is it?
No.
how?
I have
No dog.
I have
Yeah,
no
please.
spells left.
You
None.
got fireball. I got punch.
You,
Eldritch blast.
the last thing you guys hear, if you continue on, is him shouting.
I am definitely continuing. I'm not fucking
Yeah.
around for that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep heading.
Is it understood what he says?
You hear him shout out a name, you hear him shout, Lucian!
That's a pretty dope name.
Yeah, is that the second guard? It's the royal guard.
It might be the
I
priest.
assume it's the priest he's yelling. Lucian, Lucifer.
Sorry, man. Would have loved to meet you, but not today. Yeah, just keep heading and keeping an ear and eye
Maybe
out, see
it's
if
the
anyone's...
vampire's one of her sons.
Doubt, because they're at the church.
Her son is probably like strapped to a table in her fucking manor being experimented on.
Holy fuck.
Her sons are probably vampires. Let's be clear.
What if her sons are just miscreants? What about that?
What does that mean? What's a miscreant? Like
a mischief maker,
Oh,
like
yeah.
piece of
Okay.
shit, kind of.
Okay.
You know,
Thank you, Mom. I don't want any of your devil powers. I'm gonna go throw bones with the kids.
She has them on leashes.
Meow.
they're aware of it.
I'm gonna kill
I was gonna say it could just be somebody enchanted to only speak in meows, because that's what it sounded
It's
like.
just Doja Cat at the Met Gala.
He was screaming, "Help!"
Okay.
Well, that priest is probably dead. Done so.
Can we all... How are you guys booking it? Are you guys trying to be very
Just a
soft
leisurely
about?
trot.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to definitely be.
We're trying to play it cool,
Be
but
moving-
not too cool.
We wanna, no,
Not like
seriously.
nerds, but
Like
you know.
setting at a good steady pace, like we are on our way out of here. Like in that kind of sort of a
Should
trot.
we roll like a deception to be like we're playing it cool, but
But
not
the
too
reality
cool?
is, it's
Play
like
it
dark at night, so
Yeah.
most people aren't going to leave.
I was gonna have you roll stealth at advantage.
We're gonna draw attention no matter what.
Yeah.
So my point being, like, moving at a decent pace,
Uh-huh.
and decent enough to, like, if somebody starts fucking pursuing us, we can easily make the horses book it.
Give us disadvantage.
Yeah. No, I will not, because you guys are, like Sean said, behind all of these buildings, and it is nighttime.
It's the road we're gonna have an issue with.
Yeah. So you made a
after like 30 or 60 feet,
Right.
it's invisible to most humans.
you made a very good choice.
Okay.
So let's just roll it at advantage, in case for some reason our horses decide to
Or should
scream
it just
or
be
something.
2 rolls for one for each horse?
You can do that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, someone farts super loud.
You
Well,
wanna do it or me?
huh?
You wanna do it or me?
I don't know who's better.
I have 3.
It would probably be whoever's at the range.
Right.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. That's pretty good. 22.
Was it supposed to be an advantage or just one roll?
Advantage.
Okay. then
'Cause we're not even
23.
on
Okay,
Nice.
perfect. Yeah, you guys, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Arena kind of taps you and raises her voice just a bit, says, "What are we planning to do when we get to the gate?"
Charge through them. Or maybe if there's too many of them, maybe we can ditch the horses and do the wall plan.
There
Back
could
up.
be battalions. They must know by now, right?
Well, around...
There's like...
So, if we kind of...
You know that meme of the old man where he's like...
That's why I said go over the fucking wall, because there's not a battalion outside.
My idea is kind of this.
There's double.
So, we're kind of like... We have to round this bend first before we can even see the exit. So I'm thinking if, like, especially around behind these buildings here, we can probably gauge if there's a ton of people, like, peek out look from, like, behind there.
We die.
See how crowded it is, and if it's really bad over here, we can probably just hop the wall right here. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Gonna figure it out.
So.
We'll do whatever. It's fine.
Okay.
It'll be easy.
Great. Was that the, were you saying that little bend, like, to the right of the gate there?
Yeah, I'm kind of pointing out to you without standing up. So I'm saying, like, if we're coming from, like, here, if we kind of stop in this little area to get a look and see how bad it is, and then if it's really bad, we can just hop over the wall here.
Very nice. You guys... Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys make it to that little bend, and you see torchlight. You hear the cacophony of many voices. And as you peek over out behind one of the buildings, you see squadrons of guards.
Okay.
And on the palisades and the scaffolding surrounding this 15-foot tall spiky wall, you see people patrolling back and forth with
on the wall
torches.
or before the wall?
Both. Yes.
Okay, cool.
There are units of these guards. They've clearly been told to not let anyone in or out in any way possible.
So even in that kind of, like, area I pointed out when I said if we try to wall, like, how many are patrolling?
So towards that area, it's definitely lesser, and they walk a beat back and forth. So around that area, there's maybe 4 or 5 of them, and they are going back and forth.
So
You gotta study their movement pattern.
Yeah, she's gonna turn to them and be like point over her shoulder at the net and be like,
We're going up the wall?
Really makes some
"Hey man, worth a try."
Yeah, so I don't know, take some time, study their movement pattern, and just each person who can carry someone up the wall, just...
Okay. How tall is this wall, by the way?
It is 15 feet tall, and it ends in a spike.
And then
They're like huge-ass trees.
Let me just review the boots we have and see if... Can we carry 2 people? Let's see.
I can just levitate the person and carry them up for free. It should just give you climbing.
While you wear these shoes, you can move up, down, across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free. You have a climbing speed equal to your walking speed. However, the slippers don't allow you to move away on a slippery surface. So it doesn't say anything about carrying. Okay.
no, I think it's just standard rules for your strength. Like how can you actually, have movement.
It would probably say otherwise, I think.
If you can carry whatever weight you're trying to carry as you are now, then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm also just going to, like, as a backup, if needed, just be ready to try to cast some gust at these bitches and see if they can fall off the wall if needed.
Break their necks.
If they see
they're
us
there.
start coming at us, like,
You said it was how tall?
it's
15.
15 feet.
if they get within, if they notice us, start charging, and they're within 30 feet, I'm gonna gust them back and try to knock them off the wall.
15 feet. That's not bad.
No.
No, not bad.
I was thinking it was like 50.
No. All right, let's go,
Let's have
boys.
50 people shooting at us.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. So what's our process? What are we doing?
Okay. So I think it sounds like we're gonna study their movements,
Trying to time
look
it.
for the best opening.
Uh-huh.
I don't think we're expecting,
A great one.
but
Yeah.
and then we're gonna charge in, and I'll pick up Chaos, he'll pick up Arena, and we're gonna sprint up the wall.
Are you gonna levitate, you two, or is it quicker for you to climb?
I mean, physically it's quicker for me to climb.
Okay, yeah.
We're gonna sprint up the wall and get over.
All right.
And then again, if they spot
We'll
us,
see.
head for us within 30 feet, I'm gonna try to gust them off the wall.
Okay. So there are 2 on bottom that towards the edge, they don't walk the entire circumference of the course.
Right.
They get a little bit past where you would stand if you were up there, and then they move back.
Okay.
And they get back, and they move back. It takes them about a minute to go from their starting point to their end point. So you got a minute from here to here. Here is like where that group of them are starting. You got here and here, and there's two on the bottom. There's one that always stays at the edge. There's one here on the first level of scaffolding, and there's another on the second level of scaffolding, and they stagger their movements. There is maybe a window of about 15-20 seconds where you would have enough where there might be like one of them or 2 of them.
So my question then would be, because I'm thinking of this like video game pattern almost. When you say scaffolding, is it like wall then platform that they're on, and then more wall then platform?
Exactly.
So then we could probably skirt to the edge where the one guys are. So one guy's staying stagnant here. So like we're gonna take if we do it scaffolding by scaffolding. Guy stays stationary in this end. This guy goes back and forth, right?
Yes.
If we go up to this corner underneath the scaffolding, wait to hear this guy turn and head back for the stationary guy, we can then move to the next one and potentially pattern the movement and just attempt to, like, use the scaffolding to the advantage to plan out the pacing of when we progress.
Sure.
And then, again, backup plan, and they fall and die.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe.
Great. Okay. I would like to treat this as, because we have a game plan, I would like to treat this as a skill check. And we're going to have a skill check at each level. Ground level, first level, second level, and over.
Okay.
So let's do that. Let me pull that up here.
Put out my skiers.
Great.
So we need one skill per round per person, right? Is that how this works? And you can't use the same skill twice.
All right. So, we're going to go this way. Okay. What are we using? How are we using it?
Describe to me the challenge.
So the challenge is getting over this wall and sneaking level by level, kind of like Whitney had explained with your game plan.
Right. So where am I in, like...
You guys are currently at, you guys are like kind of still in the houses, right?
Well, like planning it out to see when we can. So we're technically on ground level.
Exactly.
How tall are the houses?
The houses, they're a couple stories.
They're like not close enough to the wall to go from there, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I levitate myself, momentum will carry.
There you go.
Hey, bitches! Just this guy floating there, like that's normal.
So, are you saying like...
It's Magneto again.
Yeah, Magneto.
Well, we'll get like a running start of 80 feet in 6 seconds.
So each
And
of
then
us.
levitate myself. I'll
No,
just
I
throw
understand.
myself over.
I'm trying to see, like, what am I trying to overcome right now?
Basically, yeah, sneaking, timing, execution of carrying somebody up the wall, like
Avoiding people's eyes.
Like what specifically?
Exactly.
Is what I'm asking. Right.
You're trying to stealthily get over the wall without being seen.
Okay. You want to go first?
Yep,
sure,
we can
let's
start
start
with
with
anybody.
that's cool.
Yeah.
The first skill I would use from here at this vantage point would be insight to help us know more about timing of things and using like little hand signals and stuff, or like tapping him to be like go, or you know what I mean, like
Sure.
so that would be my skill that I would use at this level.
Perfect. Please go ahead.
I'm scared. 13.
All right.
Not terrible.
No, it's not terrible. You do glean that information that I had told you, and you do, you're able to be quiet enough that you are not heard in any way, and you're able to communicate pretty effectively with everybody.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I use a sleight of hand to throw something and distract one of the guards so they wander away?
They break pattern.
Ooh, yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
20.
Whew.
Nice.
Very nice. The one who is stagnant at the base is the one who notices, and he walks. Oh, where do you throw it? Do you throw it past him this way? Do you throw it towards the others?
The skill that I use?
Away from the other guards.
Okay, perfect. So he does end up walking over there, so it leaves you more space in between him going after that. So you have a bit more time, maybe a 10-15 second where he's not there. Very nice. 20 gets me to.
Come on, Lance.
Yeah, I'm trying to think something
Just go kill that guy.
true.
You can like use your athletics to purchase up under this scaffolding like perfectly or something, you know?
Yeah, I'll do that.
One more time, what do you do?
Yeah, I'll use our athletics to give us,
The best position on the scaffolding.
sure.
That's how you do because
Right.
that's what you're trained in.
23.
Wow, you guys.
Hell yeah.
Extremely successful, and you guys make it to that bottom level.
Okay.
Without being detected.
Round 2. Ding,
Now
ding,
there's
ding.
it's a little bit higher now because now you gotta commit.
Right.
So we're gonna do this second round. We are now trying to get up to the scaffolding. This guy's still checking out whatever you threw, but he does see that there's nothing of note, and he will start to wander back this round.
Are we treating like each round like 6 seconds like a combat
Yeah.
round? Okay.
Mm-hmm. He will start to wander back this round. This one is now coming towards you on the bottom, those two right there, and the one up is sort of at the middle right now, a little bit farther than these two, and they're both walking towards you.
I will, since we did this pattern, I will use my survival this round.
Okay.
Which is a little bit of a hardier version of the insight thing in terms of helping them with the timing, being able to track each footstep, noticing if anyone like trips up, changes pattern, is turning back when they shouldn't, or or if there's again the need to interfere in their patterns at any point.
Cool.
Because I can't really do much physically since I'm being carried. Be nice. Yeah, 24.
Whew, very nice. Very, very good. You need speed and you need quiet. That is the most effective thing that you think you're going to get right now, is you need to move to that second level as quickly as possible.
I'll use my incredible hand signals to tell them that.
Very nice. Cool.
You go next since you might have less skills than Gunther.
I definitely do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really see much I can do, honestly.
I'll work with you. You stretch it.
Can I give you a suggestion?
Yeah, go ahead.
Perception can be used very similarly with you and your timing.
That's a good one.
You being able to spot like good footholds if needed or whatever. Well, you got the boots, so that doesn't matter. But that can be something that helps you with your timing and like not tripping up, and like it's a good skill in terms of keeping track of where the guards are and things like that. And then for the last round, I would use performance charisma. Never mind. Right about that. Be clever and use insight too, because those are the ones you're trained in.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to follow Chaos's lead, but I'm going to use my perception to maybe give us advantage next round, just to like put us in a place on top that's the most advantageous.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
So I have a choice for you
Yep.
before you take that.
Mhm.
Would you like to guarantee that you guys have advantage next time and not add to the total with that roll? Or do you want to add to the total with that roll and give one of us advantage next round?
I would sooner give us advantage next round.
Great. All of you advantage?
At least us.
Okay.
Because I feel like that would be the most that would make the most sense.
Yeah, because you can forgo
Yeah.
adding to your total this round and give every single person advantage next time.
Okay.
Or you can give one of them advantage next time and add to your total.
Let's do that one.
The second one?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So what did you get?
I got a 15.
Oh,
14.
14. Okay. Yeah, no. You do a very, very good job in aiding and
Aiding and abetting.
you're an incredibly watchful eye, and it's super useful, especially for who's getting advantage next round?
Us two. Yes.
You get one.
You get one. That was the trade-off for you to be able to add your total this round.
Even though I'm carrying her? Because I'm carrying Chaos?
Yeah.
So wouldn't we get advantage together?
She's adding the totals of our rolls to see if we pass a number threshold to be successful.
I see what you're saying. then I'll add it to my own.
Okay, perfect. All right. Lovely. Awesome. Okay. Let's go there.
I'm just going to use stealth and try to sneak up to a place that's sort of hidden away on the second scaffolding area.
Be
Amazing.
very kind.
10.
10. Oof. Okay. So, let me see here. Okay. Your feet ends up slipping just a little bit at one point. Thank you. Let's see here. Oh,
Arena smashes her head on a rock and just dies.
She does give a little, like a yelp, but, and one of them kind of, but,
Boy, look away unless you want to die.
okay?
Must have been the wind.
I have a plan, guys. If everything goes bad, I'll just turn into a zombie again and kill everybody.
Nice!
Okay.
I call upon God to give me the curse once again.
So, we're gonna go ahead and do our last round here. This is getting up to the second one.
Yeah.
And then you're able to jump over as you're, or however you like to descend.
Is the jumping down or whatever, is that going to be an additional round, or is this the last round of the skill check and then we're essentially
This
just
is the
deciding
last
to
round
get
of the
down?
skill check, and then you guys gotta make a choice as to what you do.
Cool.
Yeah.
So then for my last skill that I'm going to use is actually my athletics to help Lance be steady and kind of just be ready to grab onto anything that we may need or give him, I don't mean to use the term, but like advantage on his movements in certain ways that I can use my own strength to help alleviate the burden that I am type thing to make sure that he can move quickly, efficiently, and quietly.
Great. All right, let's do it.
I'm so skilled. Ooh, 19!
Very, very
Thank you, dice gods.
nice. You guys are killing it. Yeah, you do it. You adjust yourself in a way that will be advantageous to making Lance's job as easy as possible. We're going to go ahead and do this here. Okay.
Lance, you go again, because...
You got advantage as well.
Right.
Do I see any guards on the wall at this time?
The ones below have started to, they had gotten to their place as you were going up. They did not see you. The one up here is steadily approaching, a little too close for comfort.
You can use your insight to know when to move in his line of sight, or something like that.
Didn't we already use insight?
No, he used his perception. I used my insight the first round.
Gotcha.
I'm wondering if I can use my performance, my circus performance, in a way.
I would,
But
yeah, dude.
But I feel like it's
What's the bonus there?
+5. That's pretty good.
I
That's
mean,
pretty good.
I would say since performance is used for like bards and stuff, like for their musical thing, I think that could technically apply to a circus move.
Well, I'm thinking like, you know how I used to like juggle and like use and made lassos. Maybe I can pull someone down, but then they die. And then
I
Don't-
would consider
actually
that.
they wouldn't
And then
die.
I would consider something of-
15 damage, or 15
Right.
feet.
Yeah,
but
so
I would consider that to be more of like a sleight of hand type deal.
That's
That specific
Yeah.
plan, yes.
that's okay. That makes sense.
What if you use your performance in turns to do a really cool vault flip over the wall?
that would be acrobatics.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Both. I don't know. Who cares?
I think performance would be more about how good does it look.
Yeah. I don't know what to do right now.
I would use insight over performance personally.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
Because especially with one coming towards us, you need to be able to.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my insight to insight whether or not he detects us, and then if he does, I
Okay.
will stop and become a little spider.
Of course.
I'm a little spider.
That's an actual 20.
Wow.
For a total of.
His pacing is a little bit quickened as opposed to a normal just walk in the beat. So you do insight that he has purpose towards walking towards you. Perhaps he is suspicious, if not maybe heard something like arena or something like that.
Do you think with the natural 20 would he be able to decipher whether or not it's safer to stay still or move?
Stay still or move. I would say, like I had said to Chaos before, best thing, speed and stealth and quiet.
Okay.
So keep going.
Okay. We keep going.
You keep going. Great. Perfect. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Actually, I have a question real
Yeah.
quick. We're still poisoned, aren't we? Because I have on my conditions we're poisoned.
Depends on how long it's lasted.
Forgot about that.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, should we have been rolling at disadvantage?
Well, from like wherever over here in a carriage ride down to here and then back over here, if the poison has lasted that long.
We don't know.
It's your call. What do you think?
You feel it? I'm not going to rescind anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
But we're still poisoned.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's. I want to make sure.
Adrenaline is a very powerful thing.
Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. Cool.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, so
Rip.
I'm sorry, everyone. I just saw it and I was like,
well,
Teacher, do we have homework?
it's
You do it after all your rolls.
listen,
But it's time for Sean to roll.
no. I was gonna say. So how do we want to do this in terms of
Well, she said she's not going to rescind anything.
right? But so then, should we make a roll at disadvantage for this last one, or because we all fucked up, do we take the L and just then start rolling at disadvantage after this point?
It's up to the DM.
That's what I'm
It's
asking.
applied now.
Adrenaline is a very powerful thing in the midst of needing to survive. You know, the human or whatever body is very capable of overcoming a lot of obstacles. I would say after you guys do end up passing or failing this skill check, that is when you can start to apply disadvantage to those things.
Okay.
And then in the future, we will just try to be
In
better.
the
than
future, we'll remember
things.
the conditions.
Be better.
That's okay, I don't remember either.
He's just gonna try to perception for when like the guard's closing his eyes to blink to just.
Bruh. Bruh. What are you, fucking eagle?
Cool.
I'm a goddamn monk.
Or wait till he yawns.
Perception 19.
He blinked.
Now, what if?
Nice.
Oh. So, he has a quickened pace. He is staring very intently. But Raven ends up calling at one point.
Yes.
And he just.
Yeah, and he kind of like. Yep.
I like you would make that noise.
He just fucking sprints at the wall. The guy here's like, is that a whinnying horse?
Cool. All
Yep.
right.
And then the flu comes over us.
You guys just throw up over the wall.
Yep. No.
Great.
Okay.
He is probably about a round away from you, and
Can we just drop down?
That's
do
not
you
a good
want
idea.
to drop down and
We
take fall
will.
damage?
I'm not.
I mean, you slow fall.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a choice. I'm being
Hold on.
held. To be fair, but
I levitate him and just push him over.
Can you
Oh,
give it to other people?
I can
Yeah.
levitate things and peoples.
and I'm on you, so
Oh,
technically.
I get it.
And then I
I
drop
get
down.
it. I
we just
see. So we
Just
both
said,
just...
take the elevator down. Dee, 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 dee.
Wait, does levitate allow me to fall?
You can
Go up or down.
like up or down. So
Okay.
I can just like descend you like 30 feet a
I
turn.
see.
But you can't go for it backward.
Yeah, that's why I give you a little push.
I see.
right as you
They started
start
shooting me in the
to
air.
descend down, you hear it like above you as it starts to go, and you hear some shouting, and you hear other shouting.
Yeah, we run.
Yeah, you hear
Hit the
other
ground
shouting.
running.
You do hear a bell start to toll, and you see torches appear over the side of this wall. Are we dashing? Are we
Yeah, dashing.
levitating?
No, we're walking casually. What?
I'm still gonna carry her because I can run faster than her.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you can also run. Wait,
Yeah.
can you run faster than me?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. You guys can. So we just yeehaw.
Is it a half movement?
I believe so.
That's if you're like dragging an enemy, or if you're grappled an enemy who's resisting, you move half.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess piggyback ride would just be like
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Well,
fucking
have-
run for it.
escaped.
Woo! I'm really, really glad that of all the times to roll well, it was then. Because, oh my god.
Well, no, that's the wrong blue. Hold on a damn minute.
We are thankful for forgetfulness. Yay!
Damn,
Okay.
you know, I bet the Baron is maliciously unhappy right now.
Oh my god.
Do we have to go back and kill
Sean,
him?
he's a politician. You think the rules apply to him?
Yeah. they don't until the people and his
Rise
elbow
up.
rise up.
So,
That's the group name, the People's Elbows.
No.
you guys
No.
are free of the town of Valaki, but
Just going on Lance's back.
you are currently in a bit of a clearing.
Yep.
And beyond it, you do see the trees of the Sphalic Woods.
Love that so much.
The
And
phallic woods.
Yes, that's the one. All
do
the
you know that I live in
trees.
fear of saying that name every session for that specific reason?
And yet here you are.
And yet,
Excellent.
here you are.
Shame.
Gosh, it's phallic. Sphalic. Sphalic.
But as you guys are now, of course, far beyond 30 feet of this wall, the darkness does consume you and they can no longer see you. So
Haha,
you can
bitches.
choose go wherever you wish.
So can we just like stay 30 to 60 feet away where we know they can't fucking see?
Yes.
And like make our way back around to, you said the Vistani camp's on the southern end of the
Yes, okay, so do you guys see this?
Yeah.
That's where you're going.
Okay, we'll make a wide berth
Mm-hmm.
and head down that
Okay. Cool. Sean, can you please roll me a d20?
3. You
Okay.
like how it fucking
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
It's like a skateboard.
Grind.
Yeah.
Michael, please roll me a d20.
It's 12.
And then everyone rolled a madness.
Winnie.
No, I cannot. I do not want to, thank
I
you.
think Madness is. Well, it might be 220. Who fucking knows?
3, 5, 12.
Wow.
Together.
20.
It equals
There
20.
you
We
go.
win D&D, guys!
Alright.
20 out of 60.
Ooh.
You guys make your way over to the first half of this and you do hit the main road.
How wide is the main road?
How wide is the main road? Maybe like as wide as the stable.
Okay, so we can just like fucking dash across it and
Yeah.
be like,
Oh yeah.
keep moving quick.
Do we do anything on our walk?
No!
I feel like we should probably rest before we run into a monstie.
Can we get past the main road and then like instead of going into the woods, can we hide by this big tree?
Oh, that big like clump of trees there?
Yeah, can we
Yeah.
take a short?
That's where you're going anyway, that little side road. You do
Right.
remember that that is the place in the road in which Ez had split from you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe take a little breather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Over
then
there. Okay. So you're short resting?
Yeah.
Okay.
in the tree if necessary.
Okay.
Keep watch. Listen for anything weird.
Perfect.
No one's really resting. We're all just like
Fucking trying not
never
to throw
getting
up.
out.
So short rest is an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna need us to roll one more set of these 20s. The short rest happens. But
18.
okay.
Chill. An 8.
15.
So
I've got all
no.
the key points back. The short rest is so beneficial to monks.
you are
Double poisoned.
well no.
Disease now.
You have and still do have chlamydia.
It spreads like
Yeah.
like leprosy.
You weren't poisoned from being bitten by the death dogs. It was from your night
it's
of
caught up to
fun.
Your knights. It's like the
Oh
knights of the
my
round table.
fucking god.
My
That
cock just falls off.
you do that short rest,
Yeah.
taking some time to actually breathe
Mm-hmm.
for a moment. Those effects do,
Disappear.
The poison condition.
yes.
Let's
Hell
go.
yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, is our max HP still lowered?
Max HP still lowered.
That might be a 24-hour thing.
Yes, yes, it is. I'm
Okay,
trying
so
to
then I
remember.
don't need to do that last one.
Rip.
Same.
Big old 40 now.
You're approaching the end of your short watch. You hear horrible sounds in the woods. It is worse at night. You hear the screeching of animals. And you hear too much rustling. And from the city beyond, you do hear a church bell ringing over and over, and you see a pillar of smoke.
They burned the fucking church down, dude.
Not from the direction of the church,
Uh-oh.
but
Rise up.
sort of closer towards the toy shop, kind of to the south of the city.
Is that by where the inn is?
You
Probably
can roll a, I
hard
guess,
to
a
say.
survival to kind of discern where in the city that
Because
might be.
based on my memory, I think I'm correct.
15.
Unnatural 20.
It is in the direction of the Baron's mansion.
Oh shit! I really fucking hope the Dominionist lit his home on fire. That'd be awesome.
I really hope it's Dominion is, and not like the Devil's Force. It's just, you know, like Castlevania fucking an entire city.
True, but also at the same time, I'm like, let him suffer.
What did we do?
Survive. That's what we did.
There's a moment of silence. And then it is filled by this ear-splitting screeching of hundreds of
Let's go.
something. The fluttering of
Bats!
dozens of wings.
Fuck! We need to go.
And
No!
the moon.
They all turn into vampires.
You're dead.
All 100 of them.
Easy.
The moon that you now for the first time realize is the only kind of celestial body that you see.
Yo.
The moon becomes at one point obscured by a cloud of flapping things.
It's like 300.
It is like 300
Is it moving towards the city?
It sweeps around the moon towards the city, and then it, you know how swallows or whatever the fuck those birds that group like
Yeah.
Like-
and they dip and turn really
exactly
weirdly.
just like that. They go towards the city and they start heading towards you. Please, everybody, roll initiative.
Really makes you
What is that?
15.
6.
God, and the dice gods hate me once again.
Let's see here.
That's it.
Alright.
Fours.
Sorry, let me roll this here. Oh.
Oh no.
Righty. Everybody give me their initiatives one more time, please.
6.
Mm-hmm.
15.
What did I
15.
say I rolled?
I don't know.
Like
Roll
I
again.
think,
12.
I think it was an 8.
It was an 8?
I
Okay.
think so. Well,
I'll
8
take
plus,
it.
8 plus 3. 11.
11. Okay.
Not that fine. I was close.
Alright. Cool. So, yes, you see hundreds of bats
No.
swirling and shifting and molding like a group of swallows, diving towards you. They are probably about 60 feet from you at the moment, at a breakneck pace. Let's put our little thingies up here. Da-na-na. We have G-Baby, and we have Lance. We have our bats, and then we have Chaos. Gunther.
I guess I will just cast Sacred Flame
Very
on
nice.
the horde of bats, hoping to burn some of them. As a bunch of raven feathers just start exploding into brilliant gold light.
Very, very nice. I need to roll something for that, yes?
Dexterity!
Woo! Alright. Wow. Man,
I'm gonna be so fucking useless.
Oh, 22.
Then they take no damage.
They take no
They
damage.
just dodge all the feathers.
Yeah, exactly. They died and rolled around the feathers.
No.
Lance.
Okay. He'll take his axe of Isaac Stronzi and
Axe of Isaac Strahd. Name of the weapon.
It is.
Is it really? Yes,
It
it
is
is.
right now.
Call it the dead man's axe.
The dead man's
What about
axe.
the eyes axe?
And he'll imbue it.
Will you and your big axe be there?
Lance is a little too interested.
He'll imbue it
For all the
with his
wrong
green
reasons.
flames, and let's see. Oh well, they haven't even approached yet. So then, So then he will rage prematurely, and he'll use his action to swing at them when they get in reach.
Great. Okay, so we're holding our action
Yep.
there.
Mhm.
They dash 60 feet to you.
Let's do it.
Go for it.
Here we go. Oh wait, I can't do recklessly. Okay, that's okay.
No, we're not poisoned anymore.
No, it's because
This is a reaction
Oh,
attack,
I see.
technically. Yeah.
that is
True.
a 2. So,
No!
so that
No.
is an 8.
No.
An 8 to hit.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry, my brother.
Somehow you miss a bajillion bats.
They're just crazy.
There's a lot of them, but they're small and they're dexterous. But they now descend upon you like a cloud.
Yeah. He whiffs in them and they just...
All right. They are. Let me see. How many did I do? Wow. All right.
800.
Here we.
Wait, didn't you say they were dashing 60 feet?
Something like that.
Yeah, they dash 60 feet towards you.
Okay.
And so that is their action. So let's see. Do they have anything?
Their legendary action.
For a legendary action, they will.
It's Strahd and
That's
Co.
Their action. I'll just say that bats actually don't have good eyesight. They crash into each other all the time when they're flying at night. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Me too.
Same dog. Same.
So at this point, they're just all around us, basically.
Oh,
Okay, so anything I do will that be at disadvantage, essentially.
Uh-huh.
Well, okay, so these are like swarms, right?
Yes.
Essentially, for how does shocking grasp work on a swarm?
It's
That's
it's an enemy target, and you just gotta hit it.
Okay. So I guess she's just gonna be like very like trying to remain calm as they're like getting tangled in her hair that is never messed up, but is right now because like she doesn't have her like glamour on, if you will.
Right.
As she's like trying to fight off like the ick of these bats like touching her hair and like getting caught in the hood, she's gonna start reaching out with these purple sparks of lightning, like catching on, just hoping to like grab as like, and if successful, it starts jumping between them. Like,
Oh my god.
Let's see. 21 to hit.
Absolutely.
So then whatever swarm is on me cannot take reactions till the start of its next turn.
All right.
So and strategically speaking, so that's 9 lightning damage to the swarm.
Okay.
You shocking grab a swarm.
I did, so I explained it, but you missed it. And I'm gonna start moving kind of more towards the mess of woods, just in case anyone starts coming down the road to be a bit more obscure about the thousands of bats that are now attacking us, just in case.
All right. Perfect. Lovely, lovely. Remind me, what damage did they take?
9 lightning damage.
9. Thank you, thank you, thank
Yeah.
you.
And then, I don't think, yeah, because all my bonus actions are sorcery point things, which I have none.
Feels good to be a short rest class. Ooze.
Slashing at these things. And will she hit them? No. They are also evading her long
She's
sword
rusty.
as well. Exactly, she is
Rusty.
indeed very rusty. All right.
GBB.
Alright, he's gonna back up so he's close to Arena and just like put a hand on her shoulder and so he knows where she is and she doesn't randomly disappear in the fucking forest.
All the acrobats take her.
Yeah, right.
No. And then he's going to attack a bunch of times
Nice.
with his quarterstaff, which can be used one-handed. So
Woo.
he's just going to support it against his side and start swanging. Just like that.
The image.
Constantly shouting in his mind, he should have gone to the Vistani camp. Oh, hey, that's an 18.
Very nice, yes.
1d6. Okay, it can't roll inside the
I was gonna
goddamn.
say, apparently your dice are like,
Too
no.
much damage.
Nerf!
7 physical damage from the first hit.
Okay.
Silvered.
Silver.
Just in case that matters.
Nerf.
You can pay for things? Why do monks even have clothes? Yes, me the nudist monk, fear me.
He doesn't say a word. Just
No
starts
belongings
naked.
as a monk. No material belongings.
Since he-
homeless
He's
person.
been
Yes.
nude since he met God and like just hasn't explained it.
Yes, I met God and she told me be a nudist. Let it hang. 22 for the second
We got a
hit.
message that our stream is having issues.
What's going on?
I don't know. I'll ask.
Keep going, L.
YouTube seems to still be playing.
Okay.
Let's check Twitch. Twitch seems to still be playing. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it is not.
It might have been an
us
internet
thing.
issue. Well, it might have
Yeah.
been an internet issue at one point. How many of us are using the internet here?
He says no audio.
Ah, that's an issue.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. It cut off
Okay. I put a little tech problems thing. He said it cut off. Is it still going?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's picking up audio.
Okay.
But I guess, yeah, can we hear it?
Can you be more specific?
He says it happened for about 30 to 60 seconds. Is it back?
I mean, nothing's happening when I'm playing live here on YouTube, so.
Yeah, we're not hearing anything.
No, it's just not moving.
Interesting.
Technical difficulties. Hold on. Yeah,
Yeah.
Twitch is not.
You can't hear us.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Should I reboot the stream?
Yeah,
Just type out, like, we're gonna take a brief pause for technical difficulties.
Yeah, we have a message for it.
You hit that button, Brianna?
She already did.
I hit the tech problems, yeah.
Well, but they're all gonna get kicked out of the stream.
Okay.
So just let them know we're gonna restart the stream. Please come back.
Okay.
Oh, that's a custom message. I'll type it.